Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
Ascians. Hey there. Quick disclaimer. This video is going to be containing Endwalker spoilers. If you haven't played the expansion yet and plan to, I suggest not to watch this video. Otherwise, please enjoy.
In the midst of this growing turmoil, Varys Sosgalvis is murdered.
By his son!
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
Pretty much. I still blame Ascians.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
Which is where Asahi was from, I think.
So
and
Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
Always Danny.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence.
But what kind of primal are we talking?
The picture is beginning to
Varys
form.
primal?
If the
Who do we have here?
Garleans?
Oh boy, here we go.
Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
Here we go again.
If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours.
Alright, then leave.
If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
Are you sure?
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face, how their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
Oh. Don't let me cry again. Okay, let's do it. Does that mean Thancred is also watching? I think my heart can't take it. This is really hard. Okay, that does not look good. That looks really bad. Is it getting worse here? Because usually they were just temper, but they got like the weird spindly things that the lunar primals have.
I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Vankina, Legatus of the First Legion.
So there is a Legatus left.
The first? I had no idea you had survived.
Don't remember him that much though.
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
Okay, we're gonna start throwing shade at each other? Sure.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that.
Oh no, years of bitterness can do a lot.
What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but...
Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter.
Oh boy, are we gonna die? We're gonna die.
You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you if you cooperate.
Oh, just
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition. Collar them.
fair enough. All for the sake of peace, right?
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock. Stop. Keep away from that one.
Oh, you might know who I am. That's right, you back away.
The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed.
Yep.
Even if she allowed herself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If she refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
God, the moment the collars come off, I'm gonna kick all your butts.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
You want to keep living the way you do and die? At the hands of Van Daniel blowing up the world? Maybe some people do want to see the world burn. The second one seems more reasonable. Neither of them do, though, but... no!
crying again.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be. You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
My heart can't take it. Well, not really expecting much. I know everyone's gonna hate me, so let's get this over with. How long are we gonna keep doing this? Finally some progress. Good God. I'm like this mixture of sad, upset, and irritated. He probably didn't agree. Nope. Yes? We're known to do insane. I was you. I was you, Alice. Let's do it. It's alright, Alice. I got this. That's a very invisible tank. We did it. But at what cost?
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we?
Aha, Syncred. I knew you were sneaking around.
Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen.
Are you using your special ability?
After you left with the...
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
Sorry.
Ah, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile.
How long were you going to keep calling us that?
It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
Oh boy.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
Oh boy.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question.
The other question is 10th even still alive?
Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Eula spoke?
Finished your war, Council?
Doesn't look good.
Alphino and Alizé are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil.
Yeah,
Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
I didn't think that would be that easy. Oh well. Oh boy.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
Oh boy. Go ahead and do it.
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Okay. We'll be back for you guys, I promise. Even he didn't want to do it.
Get them out of here.
Well, despite the rough meeting, Julius, you are a good bean. It's just really hard for you guys. I'll be back for you guys, I promise. Stay safe. Don't do anything rash.
This is my home. Our home.
Is that so?
At least it was, until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate. When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to. And I had to. I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised. Garlean flag bears a chain, the bonds between our countrymen. A red link at its center, the blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us?
Well, the god I'm with is a primal, so...
I'm sorry, forget I spoke.
It's okay. You're upset.
We should go.
Oh boy, this is not gonna end well. Or it might, but I'm just so upset right now. Oh, there's more.
It's no use.
Probably better not to escape.
Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But she wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do.
Huddle up.
It's so cold.
Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people, one race cleansed of imperfections. A cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum. Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos. searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics, to see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams.
You sure did,
As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined. But it only spurs me onward, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alize.
well then. Hey, Justinian.
The scouts have secured Alize and Alphino. Their collars were removed without complication as well.
Finally,
They
some
report
good
no
news.
casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed. I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
Finally. Please don't do anything bad.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Well, yeah, of course I did.
Ambush!
More are coming! Make ready!
Oh boy, this is how it is.
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return! Stop, both of you!
This child may be the worst emissary I have ever seen.
Ruth and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision. Bereft of hope, and now dignity. I release you from your duty. All of you. I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
Are you serious? Oh god. You really? Are you serious? Okay. Can't believe it.
Quickly! We have to reach the station before it's too late.
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
I'm afraid you're gonna be disappointed,
I just
Alpha,
hope
now.
we get there before he and his men do something rash.
You're way too late. I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't really like the guy that much, but yeah, come on. Even he didn't want to live in such a world.